The title of this video is, Patrick Henry Does Edward Bernays Propaganda, in honor of the man who helped spread democracy in the world in his book Propaganda of 1928. On March 15 of 2014, the conspiracy theorist known as Patrick Henry published on YouTube a short clip in which he complained that RT, NBC and others are not giving him credit for the early warning that he raised about the documents he obtained under the Freedom of Information Act, known as FOIA, shortly after the major disaster in history. In his clip, Patrick Henry challenges the audience to check his polemiced article, concept that he, along with others, has tried to bring to the attention of many. We will try to debunk Patrick Henry's contention that Bernays propaganda has covered up for the New World Order depopulation and world government agendas.
Emails obtained by journalists at NBC News revealed that officials at the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the government agency that oversees reactor safety and security, purposely misled the media after the Fukushima disaster in 2011. On Monday this week, one day shy of the third anniversary of the Fukushima meltdown, NBC published emails obtained through a Freedom of Information Act that for the first time exposes on a major scale the efforts that NRC officials undertook in order to diminish the severity of the event in the hours and days after it began to unfold. In the tense days after a powerful earthquake and tsunami crippled the Fukushima Daiichi power plant in Japan on March 11, 2011, staff at the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission made a concerted effort to play down the risk of earthquakes and tsunamis to America's aging nuclear plants, Bill Debman wrote for NBC. Through the course of analyzing thousands of internal NRC emails, Debman and company unearthed evidence that proves nuclear regulators went to great lengths to keep the scary facts about the Fukushima meltdown from being brought into the public eye. Let us debunk Patrick Henry's contention that Bernays' propaganda machine stole his credit. Patrick Henry says that we should check his abstract. Patrick Henry's abstract is from February 25 of 2014, only a few days difference between his publication and that of NBC. This is not convincing. Could it be that the problem is that Patrick Henry has difficulty with communicating his message? Let's check it out. February 9 of 2014. Are we done yet? Not quite. We checked all videos in Patrick Henry's channel and the earliest video that relates to Fukushima is from October 5 of 2012. The title for that video is The President and the Plume, a grim fairy tale. Reference to the FOIA documents is given at around 3 minutes and 15 seconds. We have added Patrick Henry's video to our own and provided a link on the screen. By 2013, the frequency of Patrick Henry's videos referencing the FOIA documents increases. Here we have an example from the 15th of January of 2013. According to several stunning editorials by author Lucas Hickson and Joy Thompson on the website infirmable.com, evidence obtained through an FOIA request reveals a cover-up by the Nuclear Regulatory Commission in an effort to conceal the severity of the meltdowns in Fukushima. The FOIA request was initiated by the Friends of the Earth, the Physicians for Social Responsibility, and the Nuclear Information and Resource Center in March of 2011. Physicians for Social Responsibility explains the purpose of the request on ubenet.com. On March 16, 2011, NRC Commissioner Gregory Jachko told Congress that he was recommending the 50-mile evacuation radius. The scope of the recommended evacuation is highly unusual and suggestive of extraordinarily high radiation levels in excess of those reported to the public in Japan and the U.S. In the U.S., nuclear reactor licensees and local governments are only asked to provide for evacuation out to 10 miles. As concerns grow about food and water contamination in Japan, the three groups are seeking to determine the answer to this key question. Would AGECTCO exceed the limits of his own agency's regulations by 5 times? Interestingly enough, and surely by coincidence, the Quran burnings in Afghanistan have taken place just as the analyses of these documents, and the documents themselves, are being made public. It should be no surprise that the corporate-controlled mainstream media is ignoring this blockbuster revelation instead of exposing it and demanding an investigation. From this brief analysis one draws several conclusions. First, it is clear that RT did not do its homework. Alternatively, as Haytrick Penry contends, RT may have silenced the truth. Anyone claiming or suggesting that it is only now that the FOIA documents have been available does not serve the 99.99% of the people. Second, before Haytrick Penry, there were others that fought to enlighten us about Fukushima. In the previous slide, showing Haytrick Penry's own words, we saw the names of several people and organizations who did so. Others have also contributed to bring to light the sad situation. One investigative journalist who did contribute excellent pieces was Greg Palast. Unfortunately, he appears to have been visited by the men in black and he went into silent mode after an offer he could not refuse. Third, despite the disinformation campaign launched by the world government agents, one must find a way to contribute to Fukushima tragic and never-ending story. We must never give up.
So I want to be very clear. We do not expect harmful levels of radiation to reach the West Coast, Hawaii, Alaska, or U.S. territories in the Pacific. That is the judgment of our Nuclear Regulatory Commission and many other experts.